Good morning. Wakey, wakey, and shakey, shake. We're all here. Get on out that bed and get ready to join us in some good stuff.
If I thought our love was ending, I'd find myself drowning in my own tears. Oh, oh, you are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always stay around.
Stay around, stay around.
You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. You must have known that I was lonely, because you came to my rescue. And I know that this must be heaven. How could so much love be inside of you? Oh, oh, you are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always stay around.
Stay around, yeah.
You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always stay around.
Stay around, yeah.
You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart.
Woo!
Good morning, Infinity. Good morning, wherever you are in the world. We want to welcome you to the Infinity Fellowship for today, this wonderful 13th day of June in the year 2021, the year of alignment. Those were the voices of Infinity. Sister Kenitha Carr on the vocals, a lot of snap energy in the air. Sister Carmen Ridley on the vocals, a lot of snap energy in the air. And of course, on the one-man orchestra guitar, Brother Reggie Wooten. It's a lot of snap energy in the air. That's when you want to look up people and find them. That's what you do. We welcome you to the Infinity Fellowship. My name is Jeff Obafemi Carr. I am the Chief Spiritual Officer here in this divine space, and we want to welcome you. Thank you. I got some snaps too. We got a snap energy coming all around today. What a wonderful space of love. Good to see you all in the house today. I'm looking forward to saying good morning to each and every one of you who have tuned in today, who are gathering your family and friends around, who are sending out your texts, who are tagging people in your streams, who are reminding people on YouTube and on Facebook that the Infinity Fellowship is here. And we're going to be here for the next little while, opening that portal of spirituality, grounding you in that space of love and power vibration today. I invite you into a brief meditative space to open this space today as we give thanks in this moment for simply being present. Find a space where you're comfortable. If you're sitting back or if you're lying back, make sure that your back is supported. And I want you to just breathe. Take a deep breath in with me. Exhale and release it. Give me another one of those deep breaths in. Exhale to release it. Begin to inhale and inhale the good energy in your life right now. On an exhale, release the things that do not serve you in your space. Continue to breathe like this. Inhaling with a gentle pause at the top. Exhaling with a full release. And as you continue to breathe like this, note that on the exhale, you can release the stress that's in your shoulders, the stress that's in your chest, the stress that's in your face. Go ahead and allow that to be absorbed in the exhale. Just like that. Now allow your eyes to gently close, meeting the top eyelid with the bottom eyelid together in the middle. Relaxing in this moment of stillness, this moment of gratitude for the breath. Delighting in this energy. Inhaling the infinite love of the universe. Exhaling any doubt that love is ever not present. Existing in the field of gratitude right now and field of love. We connect universally with the life that is within us, the energy that surrounds us constantly. We enjoy this moment of gratitude. We give thanks in this moment of connectivity. And as we are conscious of our breath, as all thoughts and distractions go simply back to the breath, we give ourselves permission to live fully in this moment. Living in the life force, embracing the life force, preparing ourselves for the songs, for the words, for the energies that remind us that we are alive. And whatever obstacles we went through to get to this space, Those obstacles did not stop us. We are here. We are present, and we are grateful. Breathing in, finding the stillness and the peace. Exhaling to release. Embracing the love and the joy. And as we are all aligned in this divine moment, connected through technology from wherever we are in the world, point to point, we ask that all eyes now be closed if they were not before, all heads now be bowed, and all hearts are open. As we open the Infinity Fellowship with divine prayer. All-powerful, all-wise, all-knowing God, we know that you are perceived by many different names, and yet you are known by one divine energy. It is the divine energy that we felt, that we connected to when we paused to simply breathe. We give thanks for the breath of life that is in our body right now. We give thanks for the ability to stand together as a community, to not be defeated by the state of dis-ease, by the state of pandemics, from the state of coronavirus and violence and disruption. We give thanks to be able to gather here today to renew. We give this gratitude in this moment to you. And I speak for those who might call you by different names, but recognize that your energy is all powerful and we all come from you. And as your children, as your offspring, as your seed, we give thanks that you have imbued us. You have given us the power to be the change we want to see in the world. And so we start this service today in gratitude and in acknowledgement. We thank you for getting us through what you have gotten us through this week. We thank you for those times that we were under the wire, under the board, under the floor, under the earth, in the holes, and yet and still we found a way to climb out. We know that that power came from you. We know that you spoke good into our lives because we're made in your image and likeness. We know that you inspired the ancestors to stand in this space for us, to inspire and to uplift us. We know that you painted creative ideas in the middle of our soul, and those things keep us awake at night because we know we're supposed to give birth to them. By giving birth to those things, we are acknowledging your love and your power. And we know by now, when we put it in your hands, all things are possible. And so we thank you today for the possibility. We thank you for the blessing of being here in this body right now as an eternal spirit. We thank you and speak power upon this service today to those newcomers who have found this space, to those old heads who love this space. This spiritual community is here to inspire, to uplift, to grow, to pour in, to magnify, to amplify, to clarify. We give thanks in this moment for that ability. We thank you for the singers today, that something powerful will inspire them to inspire others in their gifts. We thank you for the technology today, for Brother Joshua Smith-Carr, for Brother Tony Insignaris, who are back there on the technology in this moment. We give thanks for them and their energy in the space today. We give thanks for Sister Alicia Hamer, who is traveling right now. We speak grace upon her and protection upon her and fun upon her for this moment. For those who are in need of this energy, we speak over their lives right now. For the families of Sister Shirley Crawley, who found herself at the intersection of Clarksville Pike and Buena Vista, who just was sitting there in the middle of the night, who was a victim of someone getting out of their car and firing bullets into her car, ending her life here on this earth. We speak peaceful transition to her spirit into life after life, and we speak resolution to her family and justice to the community. We speak healing upon Nashville during this time now. And we embrace the opportunity to be a part of that healing. We give thanks for our own families today and for those who are loved by us. For these things and other things that cannot be expressed in words, we simply breathe in gratitude. Inhale, exhale to release, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep, shalom, namaste, ashe. Welcome, y'all. We pour our libations in this moment to the ancestors. So we greet you in this divine moment in the name of the known and unknown ancestors, upon whose shoulders we humbly and confidently stand. We are made in the image and likeness and substance of everything that is, was, and ever shall be, and those who came before set the template for us. So for those who have gone before, we ask that you participate in this moment by inviting your people into the vibration today, by typing their names into the chat window and by speaking their names aloud as we remember the ancestors. So y'all know how we do it. You type those names into the chat box. Grandmama, granddaddy, auntie, uncle, brother, sister, whoever they may be, if they've transitioned into that space of life after life, welcome them to the spiritual party today. By calling their names, you're calling on the essence of their power connected to the cosmic power of the universe and all that is. Call their names today. We invite you into that space. Join us as we go to the altar to pour our libations. Ashe. As the ancestors now begin this space, as we begin to pour these libations, we're going to think of the two words, remember me. Those are what the ancestors say when they say, remember me. They're saying, remember in your memory, because memory is what keeps me alive. It is taught in ancient wisdom that you only die when people forget your name and your stories. But when they remember, we are constantly in this space. So I'm going to ask Brother Reg to give us some live remember me as we prepare to pour these libations for the names of those who have come before. As we see and feel the names coming through on the screen, in the chat, you know that those who have come before, when they say, think of me, they're saying, remember our struggle. More importantly, they're saying, remember our victory. And the victory is you. The victory is me. When those who came before were going through the hard times in their lives, and they could not get out of their circumstance, no matter what it could be, they could not be robbed of their ability to dream. And when they dreamed of freedom, when they dreamt of success, when they dreamt of the future, guess whose face was in their eyelids? Yours and mine. So when you walk in this dream of life, when you stand up and you live your purpose, you are fulfilling the dreams of 7 generations before you, planting the seeds for 7 generations ahead of you. And so we pour this water that represents the living into the earth that represents where we came from and will return as physical ships. And we say, cool water, freshen our spirits, freshen and consecrate this house, freshen our collective ancestors. We praise Almighty Mother, Father, God, divine source and creation. Grant to us peace and prosperity. We pour to the energies of the north, Ashe. To the energies of the south, Ashe. To the energies of the east, Ashe. To the energies of the west, Ashe. To the energies of the grounding forces below us, Ashe. To the energies of the heavens above us, Ashe. And to the space of the heart center where our memories and our instructions live and come from, Ashe. To those who came into our consciousness by virtue of their blood, Ashe. To those who came into our lives just to walk us through the mud, Ashe. We recognize those who are being called out wherever you are. If you can't type, you can call their names aloud. If you can't call their names aloud, you can whisper them under your breath. As long as you are remembering them, you are connecting to that divine space. So we speak for the children in the world, womb and yet unborn. In this moment, call their names aloud. We collectively say together the word that means and so it is, and is a commandment of breath and spirit. Ashe, 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 oh. And so it is. Good morning to you all. We are in the spot today. I'm noticing the names in the space today. The names are flowing through the place today of the ancestors. The good morning energy is there. Good morning to you. We have poured our libations. We have said our prayers. We have done our meditation. We have opened the spiritual space today. If you feel this energy of excitement today, I want to say that it is normal. This is how you're supposed to feel. Welcome to the Infinity Fellowship. So we invite you to send us some shout outs now. As we sing good morning to you, real simple. It's a real simple song. We want you to say hello. So say hello in the chat box wherever you are. YouTube, Facebook, tell us good morning. Tell us where you're dialing in from and give us one thing that you're grateful for. Just one thing. I dare you to jump into this field of gratitude today. I dare you to give us one thing that you're grateful for. Ladies and gentlemen, let's sing a little bit with the voices of infinity. Good morning to you.
A good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. And you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da
Good morning to you. Oh, we see y'all. We got y'all popping up. We got y'all popping up on the screen. Sandra from Virginia. We're in the house. Cindy, good morning. Coming in from the East Coast, from Maryland in the spot. Natasha's in the house. Good morning. Infinity, I'm at work, ready for some positivity that I always get from Infinity. Love you. Grateful for Infinity and my children and my job. Grateful Michelle from Dallas, Texas, up in the house. Grateful brother Chris from Nashville. Grateful to be in the fellowship with everyone. We're grateful for you too. We're all the way in from Maryland. We got Nashville in the house. We got Sister Lakeisha in the house. Stay tuned, Lakeisha. I got something for you a little bit later too. We got a little special surprise. I'm glad you tuned in. Look at the universe aligning us. That means don't go nowhere. Brother Sam Cox, good to see you. Sam in the house, man. Great to have opened my eyes, to have the knowledge of my head being up and on my feet on the ground. Grateful that infinity was birthed and shared with us. We all infinity, man. We're in this space. Sister Angela Bartlett Treat, good morning from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Grateful for my family. There's Sister Rosetta coming in from Chi-Town. Grateful for life, love, family, and good friends. Good morning to you. Y'all, we're going to go back and sing some. We're going to put a couple of things up on the screen, and we're going to enjoy. Good morning.
Good morning to you. A good morning to you. And you, a good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say, da 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 da. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. 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 All right, y'all. So last week, Rev was teaching us about all, A-L-L, right? So we got a little song for you, all right? Hey, it's all right.
Hey, it's all right.
Say it's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right to have a good time, and it's all right. Whoa, it's all right. We're gonna move it slow. Woo. When lights are low. When you move it slow, it sounds like more, and it's all right. Whoa, it's all right.
Now listen to the beat.
Hey.
Kind of
Pat your feet. You got soul, and everybody knows, and it's all right. Whoa, it's all right. When you wake up early in the morning, feeling sad like some of us do, hum a little soul, make life your goal, and surely something's gotta come to you.
and say it's all right.
Woo, it's all right.
Say it's all right.
It's all right to have a good time, 'cause it's all right. Whoa, it's all right. Now everybody clap your hands. Hey, give yourself a chance. You got a soul, and everybody knows that it's all right. Whoa, it's all right.
When you wake up early in the morning, feeling sad like so many of us do, hum a little soul and make life your goal, and surely something's gotta come to you.
And say it's all right.
Say it's all right.
It's all right. It's all right to have a good time, and it's all right. Whoa, it's all right.
Say it's all right.
It's all right.
Say it's all right.
Say it's all right.
It's all right.
Have a good time, and it's all right. Oh, come on and play, Reggie. Hey. say it's all right.
It's alright.
It's all right to have a good time, and it's all right. Whoa, it's all right. Last time.
It's alright.
It's all right.
Say it's alright.
It's all right. It's all right to have a good time, and it's all right. Whoa, it's all right.
Voices of Infinity. The Voices of Infinity. What an awesome moment, what an awesome time it is for us to be in this space. What an awesome moment it is to feel that gratitude going into the energy of the world today. If you're new on first and second Sundays here at Infinity, this is the kind of energy that we have in our standard service. And third Sundays, we do If Speaks, where we actually have a talk-back conversation during the service with you. So we're happy to have you in the groove with us. We're happy to have you in the space with us today. On fourth Sundays, the last Sunday of the month, we move the chairs and do Yoga Sunday. Yoga Sunday is the Sunday experience that brings you into alignment, mind, body, and spirit. So we're happy to have you with us today. If you have been seeking a space of learning and growth like Infinity, we invite you to be a part of the Infinity Fellowship. Membership is simple. Send us an email at infinitynashville@gmail.com, and we will get you signed up for new member orientation at the Infinity Fellowship, and we'll get you rocking and rolling in this space. We want to welcome up our leading lady, co-founder, Voice of Infinity, Sister Kanitha Carr. She's going to lead us through the spiritual agreements that tie us together as a spiritual community, our statement of infinitude.
Good morning, Infinity. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Okay, so welcome again to the Infinity Experience live online. And you know how I like to do. I like to remind y'all of a couple of things, especially if this is your first time ever tuning into Infinity. One, here at Infinity, we don't tell you what to call or how to define the God of your own personal acceptance and understanding. Guess what? That is an intensely unique, personal, beautiful relationship. Here at Infinity, we simply affirm your unique connection. Number two, whatever you decide to call that source energy, you'll hear us say God interchangeably with the universe, divine source. What you see around you, baby, is the proof it was showing off when you were created after the same image and likeness. And so now it's time for us to speak aloud the core agreements that bring us together at Infinity. We call that infinitude. Infinitude is defined in the dictionary as the state or quality of being infinite, and having no limit. We have a unique mix of faith backgrounds at Infinity, but what centers us is the spirituality we all share in common. For us, infinitude is defined as infinity with an attitude, and that attitude is gratitude. And the snap you just heard is the spiritual practice that gives us life and meaning. Snap is on your screen, and we recommend you take some time to meditate on both it and our statement of infinitude by visiting our website at myif.org. The S in Snap is for spirituality that transcends religion and connects you to the God of your own understanding. The N is for nurturing of ourselves and others, mind, body, and spirit. The A is for action, because we take action on our callings and walk in our divine purpose every day. And finally, the P is for the proof that our spiritual practices manifest fruit in our lives through the building and maintaining of healthy and prosperous families, relationships, careers, and dreams. We are grateful you all are here as unique manifestations of our Creator, the loving, living spirit of our commonality, the divine source of all creation, perceived by many names, yet known by only one energy. I invite you to join us in the affirmation of our statement of infinitude.
We agree that we are beings of pure, eternal spirit, birthed from the creative potential of the universe, with all the powers of the Creator inherent within us.
We embrace the innate goodness of humankind and an abundant creation that provides for us through the seeds that we plant in our everyday lives. We acknowledge that who we are is housed in a temporary biological organism, and as such, it is our responsibility to take care of it because it will only last for a precious window of time. As we nurture ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we commit to provide like acts of nurturing for our fellow brothers and sisters of the world we live in, embracing all regardless of religious faith, skin color, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic background. All are truly welcome at Infinity. We agree and accept that various religions exist as a unique opportunity for humanity to get to know one another through meaningful conversations that seek to explore the core concepts we share in common. It is the application of ancient wisdom, scientific discovery, and spiritual practices, both physical and metaphysical, that will lead us closer together as a human family. We commit to exist now and ever as a beloved community. Let it be so according to the many ancient terms of affirmation. Amen.
Amen.
Amin.
Amen.
Hotep.
Hotep.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Ashe.
Ashe. We welcome you in this space today. We recognize that today, this moment, is the day that God has made. It's a moment to rejoice. It's a moment to be glad, because everything that ever was is manifest in this moment of gratitude in the right now. So let us together rejoice by singing. Peace, Peace is the song that we rock at Infinity. The words are on the screen. Join us.
Peace, peace, wonderful peace, enter my heart and bring healing to me. Oh, peace, peace, everlasting peace, let my peace shine bright, so the world can see love, 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 wonderful love. Enter my heart and bring healing to me. Oh, love, love, everlasting love, let my love shine bright, so the world can see. Let's get some joy. Joy, joy, wonderful joy. Enter my heart and bring healing to me. Oh, joy, joy, everlasting joy. Let my joy shine bright, so the world can see. Let's get some more peace. Peace, peace, wonderful peace. Enter my heart and bring healing to me. Oh, peace, peace, everlasting peace. Let my peace shine bright, so the world, let my love shine bright, so the world, let my joy shine bright, so the world, and let my peace shine bright, so the world can see.
Awesome. Thank you, Voices of Infinity. We appreciate you in this wonderful moment of welcoming. If you are a first-time visitor, please type "first time" in our comment section at this moment. And we're keeping an eye on the comment. Joshua, hit the chat strand for me on the top corner. There we go. I see people now. We're getting you in there. Welcome to Infinity Fellowship. It is our time to do the visitors welcome. If you are a first-timer, please let us know in the box so that people can send you muscle arms and thumbs up and all that we do in this space. Good morning again. I am Jeff Obafemi Carr. Here in this space, I'm known as Rev Jeff, and we are here to say welcome to the Infinity Fellowship. The Infinity Fellowship is the place where people make the quantum leap from simple religious doctrine into expansive, profound spirituality. What a wonderful thing to do. So if somebody tagged you today, if somebody welcomed you into this space today, they absolutely love you. They think enough of you to know that while we may have our spiritual practices that are individual, while we may have our practices that are centered around our family, it amplifies the energy when we're able to come together in community. And that community, for many around the globe now, is the Infinity Fellowship. And we welcome you here. This may be your first time experiencing Infinity, but we want to let you know in this moment that we do know the real you. We don't see you as a human being who showed up today to have a spiritual experience. It's actually the other way around. You are a spirit who is navigating the human experience like the rest of us. So as you are navigating this experience, we want to let you know that you are loved, that you are seen, and that you're appreciated. And one of the ways we do that is by giving you our official visitors welcome. So we're in this space today, and we want you to take a deep breath in, exhale to release it out. And so we hold up our hands to you in this moment, and we invite you to receive this love. We give it to you with all sincerity, with all power. If this is your regular Sunday service, this is your reminder of who you are. So take a deep breath again, repeat after me. I see you, but you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You're a gift to me and the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here on this screen with me. You're in this place with me, where I can let you know that you are not alone. I am with you, and you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You are so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You're here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. All right? I know the real you, and I see you shining today. I feel you shining today. So welcome to Infinity. Welcome home. Asheo. Get your groove on. Get your welcome on. Get your groove on. Get your welcome on. Get your groove on. You can dance, you can dance. You can dance, you can dance. Dance it out for a minute. As we prepare for our sacred giving, we remind you that this is the point on the slide where Albert Einstein gives us a quote. And that is that everybody has a moment where you get an opportunity to give back that which you have received. So this is our sacred giving moment. Giving is a sacred part of any ritual that builds community and affirms the flow of abundance. So for those of you who have been seeking that abundant moment in your life, and y'all know what abundance is at Infinity. Abundance at Infinity ain't pimping. It's making sure that you are in alignment with the universe, right? So we don't give because we're trying to create something. We're giving because we're giving back for what has been given to us. Financially, money is energy, and energy is how you express what's important to you. So if you got a closet full of $400 tennis shoes and you're struggling in your relationships, it's because we see what's important in your life. Because you are important, those shoes are important to you. But buying a book may not be. Having a sit-down conversation may not be. Sitting in meditation may not be. Where you invest your energy, where you invest your money, where you get your spiritual food, all of that aligns in 2021. So we're aligning in 2021. We don't shy away from giving. We embrace it because abundance for us is divined and designed and defined as a healthy body, a body that is free from disease, prosperity in your relationships, healthy relationships that work all the time, the kind of job and career that you love that is no longer work, it's play, and all the money and funds that you need to live, to thrive, to contribute to causes that you believe in. How about that? Shout out to Sister Edwin Gaines for that definition of what abundance and prosperity really is. So we ain't thinking about the bling. We're thinking about the power to change. And to do that, you got to invest in something. To my financial geniuses out there, my young investors, my Bitcoin, Dogecoin, all my new folks who are doing everything on the stock market, you know that you don't get anything, you don't get a return from a minimum investment. So in a spiritual way, we invest in our spiritual community because our spiritual community gives us the food. And when we do that, not only does it help our spiritual community grow, but it helps us grow because we no longer have a fear or negative energy that goes toward money and finances. So take a deep breath in with me here. Exhale to release. Because we want to center our giving and we want our giving to be intentional. And so I speak into the hearts of those in celebration and affirmation who have released the fear that's attached to giving back from what you've received. I also speak a transformative space for those who are struggling when they get to the giving part. Because they start saying, I don't know about the giving. I love all the music. I love all the energy. I love the affirmation. I love finding ways to live my dreams, but I just don't want to give anybody anything for that. And I just don't want to give back to the universe for that. I just want to give out a couple of dollars here and say that that's what's working. How's it working for you? How's it working for you? Giving, tithing, offering, it's changed my life personally. It's changed the lives of everybody in this space who practice it. Time for you to change your life, and I'm sending you that energy too. And one of the ways that we do that is we give an affirmation verbally before we give. And so as you prepare to give via Cash App, via PayPal, via snail mail, whatever it is, we want you to speak this affirmation in this space of good. Inhale, exhale. Repeat after me. Everything is good.
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 I got it.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it good.
I got it good.
Let's go to our offertory affirmation and say it all together wherever you are. Oh, limitless, abundant creator, source of everything I possess. You have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference. And so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken, and so it is. Everything is good. I got it. I got it. We got it. We got it good. The ways to give are on the screen. You can give via Cash App, securely, $ Infinity Fellowship. You can give via PayPal at paypal.me/Infinity Fellowship. You can give via mail, Infinity Fellowship, 641 West Nocturne Drive, Nashville, Tennessee, 37207. We'll leave the slide up because we know that some of you give after service because You watch the service on your phone and you don't want to leave this good energy. We got you. You can give after service. We invite you in this moment. If you're on the replay, you can give during the replay too. That's the beauty of infinity. Sing along with us. Let's go.
Hey, everything is good. Yes, everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything is good. Yes, it is.
Everything is good.
Yes, it is.
Everything is good.
Oh, so good. Everything is good. And I got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything is good. Yes, it is.
Everything is good.
Yes, it
Everything
is.
is good.
So good. Everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Come on, remind yourself today. Everything is good. Yes, it is.
Everything is good.
Everything is good. Everything is good. And I got it. Hey, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it. Hey, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it. Hey, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. Yeah. Thank you, voices. All right, y'all. It's time for our Infinity announcements. It's going to be real quick. So right now, if you've got something great that you want to report as a standing ovation, guess what? You need to do that right now. Go ahead and type it in the chat box. So for our new folks, standing ovations, you get to share something that has happened to you or someone in your family that happened today or this week that you would like for us to give you a round of applause on, okay? All right, welcome to June, the 6th month of 2021, the year of alignment. Our daily mantra is, remember, everything's going my way. And then we sing it. Everything's going my way. We speak that you are being safe at home and embracing this opportunity to explore your spirituality on a deeper level than ever before. So here are a couple of important reminders of things happening here at Infinity. All right, y'all. I love this. Congratulations are in order for one of our very own. On July 4th, our very own Reggie Wooten will be headlining Nashville's National 4th of July celebration. Reggie Wooten and friends will uplift, astound, and move to dancing and gratitude. Woo! And we want to acknowledge Brother Reggie and his lifetime of creativity that will be on display for the entire world this 4th of July. We love you, Reggie! And we speak that people all over the world will join hands on your musical love train.
We got to. This is the power and the energy that you got in this space, y'all.
Hey.
That's what's popping. Also, I got a shout out to send that I found out last night. See, people be holding back until you get, and I don't get on social media much, but then I got on social media for a minute to attach to a post, and guess what I discovered?
What did
We
you
got
say?
the next slide. Congratulations, Sister Lakeisha Moore, who is our featured artist, who created a piece called A Salute to the Ryman for 5th and Broadway,
my
the new development in downtown Nashville. Our awesome professor, artist, scholar, teacher, Lakeisha Moore. Look at her, man. That's her work. She's amazing. Sending a shout out to you, y'all.
Come
Y'all are
on,
doing it up in this place. Don't make us hunt you down on social media.
What you
we
say?
will.
Because we're going to bring it all out. How about
Yes.
that? All right, y'all. It's time for Standing Ovations.
Tune your vibration to a high elevation. It's time for the good news, our standing ovation.
All right, our high energy here at IF comes from our practice of snap. It's why we snap our fingers during this part of the service. We receive practical lessons and tools on our individual journeys. That's spirituality. We fellowship like we're doing now with like-minded spirits every week. That's nurturing. We take what we learn and apply it in our lives. That's action. And guess what? If we do these, then every week we see examples of progress in our life, and that's the proof. Okay? So let us pause to enjoy a collective moment of manifestation and expansion. We'll call off your names as we receive them, and once your name is called, we will snap our fingers to celebrate and affirm them, and then guess what? At the very end, we're going to provide a collective standing ovation from people all over the world, okay? All right, here we go.
Okay, good. So we remind you that we do have a couple of seconds delay, or a few seconds delay. So sometimes we miss a standing ovation aloud because you didn't type it in fast enough. So if you had something good happen to you this week, or you had an accomplishment or achievement, make sure that you put it into the box so that we can highlight you on the screen, so that people from all over the world can give you a standing ovation. It's an affirmation that you're making things happen in your world. So go ahead and type that in if you've got one. We don't want to miss you. We want to include you in this space. It may be something simple, but we're in that space. So we shout it out.
Yes.
Brother Reggie Wooten, headliner,
Yes.
4th of July.
Whoop, 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 whoop,
We
whoop.
shout out Sister Lakeisha Moore hanging on down there in that space. And now I see I got another standing ovation coming in. Sister Denise. We got Jalen Ramey flew out for Italy today at 5 p.m. yesterday.
Safe
Come
travels.
on in, Jalen, Staff Sergeant.
Yes.
We are ready for you to go to the next level of your life, young man, on your own in Italy,
Yes,
in a
yes,
new
yes,
country.
yes.
We send a special shout out to you, and we send that ovation in there. Let's go to Sister Latamicia. She's always got something powerful happening, and I noted that she's got Dr. Latamicia. Standing ovation, getting my yoga brand out there. Did yoga with some elders at the North Wall Fest yesterday.
Oh,
I have an event,
yes.
Yoga Plus Jollof, a yoga to Afro beats event, catered with Ghanaian food and fresh pressed juice.
Oh, my
taking
goodness.
place at the Magruder Center. Click on it, Joshua, off so I can read the rest on the window. Yeah, I'll go back up.
Yeah.
You go ahead and click it off, so I can read the rest on the window. There we go.
Oh, there,
At the Magruder Center, we're raising money. Everybody's ovations are coming in.
Yes.
Raising money for scholarships for kids in Ghana. So I hope to sell it out.
Oh, yes.
You gotta send something your way. Let us know the link
Uh-huh.
so we can put it up, so we can send you some stuff.
Yes.
Latamicia, we're speaking
Awesome.
blessings and manifestations
Awesome,
for.
awesome.
Here it goes, and
Yes.
you can get me if I mess it up. In Chin Chim Yoga. Yeah, baby.
I didn't even know that there was.
Better learn. Yes, it is. In Chin Chim Yoga.
All right.
On Instagram. Y'all better follow Sister Latamicia. She's doing it.
Yes.
Brother Tony Ignares sending it in. We can jump on him from the room. We love him. Was awarded Employee of the Month for June at my job.
Yay! Woo, woo,
And
woo,
I've only been there
woo,
3
woo.
months.
God damn it!
Also, I will be moving into a new place in July.
Yes! Woo, 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 woo. Go, Tony. Go, Tony. Go,
Y'all gonna make me act a fool up in here.
I'm
Sister.
already sweating now. Listen, y'all. Y'all already.
Oh, that's all right, sister. That's how you,
You know how to do it. You can do
That's
that.
how you know. We're
Little
gonna.
pat dry.
The next first Sunday, it's gonna be so off the chain. We're just gonna have to we're gonna put the towels on,
Man.
like they do in the church and in the hood. Get
I'm
the
telling
towel
you,
on, and
I'm
just
telling
wipe it
you.
off. You can't get it going. We're going out to Sister Destiny Muhammad. Good to have you, Sister Destiny. When you playing, Sister
I know.
Destiny? We got a link to send you. When you gonna be our featured artist? We need to talk about that because you got that gift.
Yes.
Blessed to make second appearance at the San Francisco Symphony.
Woo, 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 woo.
Sister Destiny Muhammad is a
ahead,
world-renowned
sis.
harpist,
Go
y'all. If y'all don't
ahead.
follow her on Instagram or social media,
Yes.
y'all need to get with her. West Coast Energy is in the house. We love you, Sister Destiny. Glad to see that San Francisco is getting to engage in your gift And we recognize, because it would be classified as entertainment, that we recognize it is not entertainment. It is spirit working through you. And so because of that, those people's lives are going to be changed in a powerful way all across the board. Sister Angie Bartlett Treese, we got. My daughter Madra and I will be flying out tomorrow morning, traveling to Fremont, Ohio for a college visit. Possible full scholarship to play basketball.
Yes, we're speaking that.
Y'all, we got 5
Come on,
kids, so when
family.
you hear the word full
Man,
scholarship,
full scholarship, you're done.
That's the
all
life
you,
we
That's how
on.
you want to hear it. Full, huh?
Joshua,
Full,
that's the
say,
life we
what?
on. Full scholarship.
Full. What?
we are
Full.
speaking that
That's what we want.
Madra's energy will be
Yes.
boundless. Madra, if you're watching or watching the replay, we're speaking that you go in there with confidence, that you play to the best of your ability and beyond. And we're speaking that that offer will come flowing down and that you can go through the next level of your education for free because you've already done the work.
Yes.
So we're speaking that in your life right now. I love it. That energy
Yes.
is in this place. Destiny's SoundCloud link is in the space. Y'all, standing ovations today.
Yes.
I think we done it.
Okay, we did it.
We got a lot of good standing
All
ovations,
right,
y'all.
so
that means we got to celebrate. And
now
y'all
we
got to
gotta
make
celebrate.
Rev Jeff get out of breath.
So this means that now everyone, if you shared, you get to have a seat, okay? But all the rest of us, wherever you are, I want you to stand up and we're going to give this standing collective ovation to take this energy through the roof so these people can feel that love energy, okay? We ready? And go! All right. So those are the announcements and ovations for today. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Ashe.
Ashe, hey, look, give me my tambourine. While the voices get in place, while I get my breath back. So I came up Baptist. That's where hooping came from. You are out of breath, so you just laid it out on the exhale. I don't know about you. See, I can do that too. People didn't know that about Rev. I had that Baptist in me, so we're going to click on because I got one more standing ovation that I'm not going to miss. Sister Keita. Deani will be performing ballet, tap, jazz, and hip-hop at her dance recital today. 2 shows at Harpeth Hall at 1 and 6 p.m. Yanni,
Yes. Go, honey.
all y'all talented people out there. What an awesome moment. As we prepare for today's message, I invite you to get your journals out. If you're new to Infinity, we take notes. When Spirit gives us a download, we get the practical tools that we need to live a highly spiritual life. So I invite you to get your tools together today. Get your notepad, get whatever it is you need. Sit in a meditative space and prepare yourself for the downloaded message, however it comes down today. This is Nurturing Sunday. We want to pour into you. We want you to be in your flow today. So let's get into it. Let's give in to Sister Kenetha Carr, Sister Carmen Ray Ridley, Brother Reggie Wooten, the voices of Infinity for our pre-message music. Ashe.
First thing Monday morning, I'm gonna pack my tears away. I got no cause to look back, looking for me a better day. You see, the thing about love, that it's not enough if the only thing it brings you is pain. Comes a time when we could all make a change, darling. Just let go. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Everything's gonna work out right, you know. Just let it go. Ooh, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Just let it go, baby. Don't nobody want no broke heart, and don't nobody want no two-time losers. Ain't nobody gonna love you like you are if you take whatever they bring your way. See, the thing of it is we deserve respect, but we can't demand respect without change. Comes a time when we must all go one way. Let it go, yeah. Let it flow, let it flow. Everything's gonna work out right, you know. Just let go, just let it go, yeah. Let it flow, let it flow. Just let it go. Sometimes love can't work out right now, and sometimes you'll never know it. You're never ever gonna know it. But if it brings you a pain in your life, don't be afraid to let it go. Just let it go, baby. Just let it go, yeah. Ooh, you let it go, let it flow. I'm gonna sing la 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 la. Let it go, la 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 la. Let it flow now, baby. La 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 la. Let it go, na 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 na. Just let it flow, let it flow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna work out right, you know. Just let it go. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Just let it flow. Come on and sing, let it flow. Let it go, let it flow, let it flow. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Everything's gonna work out right, you know.
Let it flow. Awesome. Voices of Infinity. We invite you to pay attention to today's meditation as we think about letting it flow. I'm going to encourage you, beyond just thinking about letting it flow, to actually let it flow. By letting it flow, you are opening yourselves. You are saying to yourself that everything is all right, that everything is where it needs to be, that everything is life, and that everything is indeed love. Today's meditation comes to us from Iyanla Vanzant, spiritual teacher, more than a motivational speaker. EFOP priest, life coach, original, therapist, just you name it, an awesome spirit. She reminds us about love. Quote, when you need to be loved, you take love wherever you can find it. I'm reading that again. When you need to be loved, you take love wherever you can find it. When you are desperate to be loved, feel love, know love, you seek out what you think love should look like. When you find love or what you think love is, you will lie, kill, and steal to keep it. But learning about real love comes from within. It cannot be given. It cannot be taken away. It grows from your ability to recreate within yourself the essence of loving experiences you have had in your life. Keep your eyes on that screen for a second on that. Take a deep breath there. Take your screenshot. Remembering the love. Thank you, Joshua. Remembering the love. Letting it flow. The voices reminded us that you've got to let it flow. You've got to let it go. In my opinion, in my space where the download is coming from, you also have to let it know. But we have to first define what it really is. Because when we say it, we can think that it's addictive sentimentality, as David Hawkins defines it, which really is what many of us think love is. It's not really love. It's just we get addicted to thinking about the idea of love. And so as Iyanla points out, we will accept it wherever we may find it. We will lie, we will steal to keep it. We will operate from a space of lack to reinforce it. But when we tap into the space of real love, of true love, we let it flow because it is a pronoun. It is a definitive pronoun just like he or she. That's why sometimes you might hear me say when we're talking about God, we might say it. And you say it. That may sound jarring. How can we say God, it? Well, it is not a pronoun that makes things small. It is a pronoun that encompasses everything. Because when we think about God, we often think about God, that energy, as a defined space that came to us from something that was Western, something that was dualistic, that created a paradigm. I'm going to teach for a minute. I hope you got your journals out there. I didn't prepare it, but it's coming through. When you have this dualistic energy in your space that comes from modern Western religions, you have this concept of good versus evil and this apocalyptic space that happens at the end. They call it eschatology, the doctrine of the end things. But from that space, we begin to assign pronouns that were previously non-existent before we encountered Western religion. You see, in non-dualistic terms, prior to the advent of religions like Zoroastrianism out of Persia and other spaces, prior to that, you could not define God by a human pronoun. You could not say God, he, without also saying God, she. Because how could a creative God, how could a being, how could a creative intelligence, how could the architect of the universe create something that was foreign to its very nature? Let's bring it down, Rev. Let's bring it down. Let's talk. I'm a man. How can I create a woman? Biologically, I understand. Because those feminine principles are inside of me, right? Those chromosomes exist inside of me, right? But how could I, never seeing any feminine energy, ever knowing any energy, define femininity?
Because I'm a man. How could a female in that same energy define the masculine energy without knowing or having that within? So if it's happening like that on a chromosomal level, on a biological level, why would it not happen? Because as above, so below. Our scriptural teachings from everywhere will teach us that we are in alignment with the cosmic universe. So in order for a God, in order for a creator, in order for universe, in order for divine source to be able to create a he and a she like you and me, then the he and the she had to already be in existence as part of all that was and is. So it's not just he. It's not just she in God. It's the itness of it. And that's why you can say God is it. Because that it connects all of us. That it connects us. When we say let it flow, we are saying let God flow. When we are saying it, we are saying love. Love in a space that cannot be defined. People say, well, love is very easily defined. It is a person riding in on a white horse and capturing my heart and sweeping me off my feet just like in the fairy tales. It's the best wedding ceremony in the world and the worst marriage. No, love is so big that it cannot be defined in small terms. It is boundless. It is abundant. That's why God is love and love is God. That's why when you change and shift your focus to thinking that you are unworthy to the space of recognizing that you come from a source of good, your entire perspective on who you are and what you are begins to change. I'm here to tell you today that you are a being of love, you are a being of power, and you are part of a power that is so powerful that all it takes is a little bit for you, even though you got access to everything. It is a place of possession. It is a place of possession. It is a pronoun of possession. And that it energy is speaking to you today in a powerful way. What do I mean by possession? Well, it's like if you have somebody show up at the door and you hear a knock. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. Your response is what? Who is it? Who's there? And what's one of the common replies? It's me. That's all I hear in my house. I heard it from Jamoke, I heard it from Joshua, Daniel, all 5 times growing up. Boom, 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 boom. Who is it? It's me. So guess what happens though? Now, hopefully, it's me insinuates, it denotes, it connotes that that's a friend whose voice you would recognize. Because if you don't recognize the voice and they say it's me, what's the next question you ask? Who is me? Because you want to know who a stranger is at your door. But guess what? When you feel a tugging in your heart toward doing the right thing, when you're feeling a tugging in your consciousness that is telling you that it's time for you to release those negative things that no longer serve you, when you feel a pulling inside your very spirit that tells you that you're supposed to be doing better, that you're supposed to be investing more time in your success, that you're supposed to be moving beyond those things that held you down in your past, that you're supposed to be not looking backward and reminding yourself of how bad you were or reminding yourself of how much you failed, but you're releasing that ball and chain and saying forgiveness is not allowing my past to define my present. That tugging, that nudging, that knocking, that is spirit. That is God saying, it's me. I'm reminding you. I'm reminding you through this download today that you didn't arrive in this moment by accident. You didn't come into this moment as an accident. You didn't come into this moment by chance. You didn't come into this pace because it was just something you were bored and you just felt like showing up today. No, it's me. It, the spirit, it, God force, it, the power, brought you to this space to be reminded that it has something in store for you And all you need to do is walk in who you are to be special. Yeah, I like space. Those of you who know, I like space. And I like to travel. And one day I dream of hanging out at the International Space Station. And it's orbiting miles above the Earth. And it's up there above the Earth doing its thing. That's what the space station is doing. And guess what? Something happened to the space station a while back. It got a little ding on the windshield. We got a picture of it that was on a news station. It's a ding on the windshield. For those of you who have seen a ding on your windshield, if you've been driving along, y'all don't like that feeling of seeing a rock bounce up off the road and ding your windshield. Because when it dings your windshield, you know that that little crack is going to grow from that pebble. So if you can think about what it took to crack the windshield on a space station, to put a ding on the windshield of a space station, you have to understand what's on these windows. There is an aluminum shutter on these windows. There are 4 panes of glass, each one of them up to 1 1/4 inches thick. It is made of fused silica and borosilicate bulletproof glass. So that means that you could run a truck into it on Earth and nothing's going to happen. But something hit the space station and caused damage that could potentially crack the windshield. Was it a meteor? Was it a comet? No. It was one speck of dust. One tiny speck of dust. Because the space station is traveling in an orbital pattern with centrifugal force keeping it in alignment with the planet, is going 15,500 miles per hour circling in this space. One speck of dust had an impact that would be lasting. If one speck of dust in the universe could have impact on the International Space Station with all of that technology, what could stand in your way when you tap into the universe? Obstacles that stand in your way don't stand a chance. Put a little speck of God and energy and ancestral force in you right now, and you'll be surprised. You won't be just making a ding in the obstacles. You're going to shatter the obstacles in front of you. That God power takes you from being a speck to being special. The acknowledgement of it erases the fears. 3 things I want you all to do today. Write them down. Number 1, I want you to write down, who is God to me? Who is God to me? This is homework. This is homework because spirit work is homework. It's not what you do on Sunday. Sunday is the celebration. Sunday is the ritual. Sunday is the communal giving. Sunday is the space where we affirm. It's where we gain the lessons and the tools. But Monday through Sunday is when you do the work, baby. This is when you manifest. I'm telling you that you may be a speck, but a speck is special when it has the power and the force of the universe behind it, and you were born from it. Write down this week. I'm not judging what it is. I'm not defining what it is for you. You might call that energy by a name. You might call that energy by a power. You might call and see that energy by a light. But I want you to write and answer that question this week. Who is God? Number 2, write and answer the question. For those of you who are meditating today, here's your meditation question. Is it bigger than any obstacle I might face? Is it bigger than any obstacle I might face? I know it is. I'm telling you it is. I've seen the proof that it is. I've seen it in my own life. I've seen it in the times when I was young and I didn't know what I was doing, and I was hanging with the wrong people, and they ended up putting my hands behind my backs and cuffing me and putting me in a juvenile cell, and I looked in the face of people I respected, and they told me that I was going to spend the rest of my life in jail. And I know what it means to fall on the floor and say that this is not the life I want to live, and to be able to change in that one instance my thought patterns, and by changing my thought, I changed my energy. So I'm I'm sitting here as a person who has lived this space that the answer to that question is yes, it's bigger. But you got to know that. You can't just believe that. Because if you just believe it, you're going to write yes on the paper. Then the minute somebody gets in your face and acts a fool, or the minute somebody criticizes your life, or the minute somebody tells you that you're dumb or you're stupid or you have a problem, you're going to toss that piece of paper away. I want you to reflect back on all the things that you've been through and see that as a timeline of proof, scientific proof that your God is bigger than anything that is coming at you. Last thing you're going to do. Affirm spec to special. I don't think it's an accident that the ding on the windshield in the space station came from a speck of dust, and the speck becomes a root word for special, because you are a part of everything that's a part of this infinite universe. This planet is just a speck of dust compared to the breadth and the depth of just the known universe, much less everything else that is out here. And yet on this little speck, we got a whole bunch of people, 7.5 billion people, moving around in concert with humanity. In this little speck, we've got a country in the western part of the globe, in the northwestern part called America. In this little speck, we got a little place called Tennessee. And in that little speck, we got a little speck called Nashville. And in that speck, we got West Nocturne Drive. And in that little speck, we have this little portal today for you to remind you of just how big and how powerful God is for you. Quit playing. It's time for you to recognize that although you might be a speck, being a part of the universe makes you special. And that is why it's up to you in this moment to let it flow, to let it go, so that you can know. Last little story, and we're in. I was driving home the other night, and I saw one of my neighbors, a little boy, little fella, couldn't be more than 5, 6 years old. And he's riding a bike, or at least trying to ride a bike that most experts, including me, would say might be a little too big for him. But I saw him come out of his driveway and start riding down the side of the street, and he had to start on one pedal and then hop over onto the top of the seat and try to get his feet to reach the other pedal. And he was struggling and he was shaking, but he had his vision on. He was focused, and I slowed the car down because I didn't want to hit him, because he was determined to get his way on this bicycle. And I saw it happening as if it was slow motion. I saw him hit a bump. And when he hit that bump, he hit that gangster lean on that bike. And when he hit that gangster lean on that bike, I saw those hands come off. And when he hit that gangster lean, the hands came off, and he hit that other dance like that. He went sideways like that. I saw him hit like that, and then he went straight to the ground crashing. I was too far in the car to get to him immediately, but I sped up and I said, let me get to him and help him. And when I got close to him, he hopped up off the ground, wiped everything off. He turned his bike around and came back up the other side of the street facing me. And what I saw on his face moved me. Was he crying tears? Was he sitting on the floor? No. He had a determined look on his face. His eyes were open and clear. He had a downward frown. He had his shoulders cocked back. He was gripping that bike and he was pushing it forward. He pushed it forward about 10 feet. Then he got back on that bike again, and he started pedaling, and he started wobbling. And before I knew it, he was going straight, and his face relaxed, and I could feel it with him. You got it. He hopped up off that ground. I've seen children lay on the ground for minutes and go running home and leave the bike in the neighborhood for somebody else to take. This little boy decided that no matter what, he was going to accomplish his goal. This week, I want you to know that you might fall off the bike. Right now in this place, you might have something that dings your windshield. But I guarantee you, when you keep your eye on the prize, when you keep yourself in alignment with where you're supposed to be, when you decide that through the tears, through the pain, through the falls, through the stumbles, through the bumps in life, you are still going to be successful, I guarantee you, you're going to ride a bike that's bigger than any bike you could have conceived. Because just like that little boy knew that he was not growing until he got on something that didn't have training wheels, you're not growing until you face something that is bigger than you've ever faced before. That's when God has an opportunity to let it flow through you. So y'all flow this week. Y'all know this week. Y'all embrace this week. Y'all live this week. Y'all love this week. So it is spoken. So it is received. And so it is. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Sit in this energy with me. Close your eyes. Embrace the stillness of this moment and begin as we affirm together in this moment. As we pour this energy of realignment into manifestation in this moment, we are excited. Dear God, we thank you for this moment today. We thank you for your presence in us. We thank you for the demonstration in our lives that all is well. We give thanks in this divine moment for the good. We thank you for those who have gathered in this space, who have felt something, who have received something, who have affirmed something to remind them that you are the big IT. You are it. You are all of it. Remind those who are at home that when we have a problem in our office with our computer, we call the IT department. Because the IT department reconnects us to everything and puts us into alignment. Well, you are the big IT department. You are it. You put us in alignment today. And so we say thank you. Thank you for being that force that connects us all. Thank you for turning us from a speck into something special as we bow in admonition to you in recognition of who you are. We speak that something is said in this moment today that lifted someone who is dreaming. We pour this energy to those who are struggling with the space of dis-ease, that it be removed, that it be healed today. For those who have been dealing with not just the physical disease, but the mental dis-ease, the emotional dis-ease, the psychological dis-ease, the dis-ease of doubt, the dis-ease of fear. Let it be a reminder today that they are loved and covered and protected, that they can release it in this moment, that in this prayer, in this perm, in this energy right now, we speak release and acceptance of the good. And we speak it in celebration. We speak empowerment this week, homework done, revelations coming, standing ovations in abundance, new life, new healed relationships, change in the society and the world that we live in as it evolves to a new space for all of us. We give thanks for being part of this change. Deep breath in, exhale to release. We speak all of this in your presence, calling on all the names and unnamed sources of who you are, acknowledging you in love. Thank you for placing this in us. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. All right. As voices are coming, we're giving thanks for you all today for joining us for today's service. We give a special thanks to the Voices of Infinity, Kenitha Carr, Carmen Ridley, Reggie Wooten. He's getting ready to go do some more amazing things for us. We give thanks for Joshua Smith Carr. We give thanks for Tony and Signaris. They ran our tech today. We had a great time with you all. We give thanks to each one of you, our infinite streamers. We love you. We appreciate you. We look forward to seeing you. We appreciate you joining us today and continuing this online space. We're continuing to grow in this online space. And we're doing so in a safe and loving environment. We're going to be back in person. We're working on that, as we've said. But one thing that we know, that at Infinity, we also trust science. So I'm telling you, as Rev Jeff would tell you, that if you have not been vaccinated, go take care of doing your responsibility, playing a part in your responsibility to make sure that we can get to this space called herd immunity. Don't wait on the mainstream folks to save you. And if you are convinced that there's some other kind of conspiracy out there and you need a little bit of time, then the very least you can do is wear your mask. So please, wear your mask. I wear my mask and I've been vaccinated. And it doesn't bother me what anybody thinks because, number one, it doesn't bother me what anybody thinks anyway, because I got to protect me and mine. For those of you who have your young people going to programs, make sure that they are wearing their masks. We do not want them to be asymptomatic carriers and take it back home to grandmama and grandmama, granddaddy. We don't want that. We want healing. We speak healing. So protect yourself. Look out for our communities so that we can go and be together. I don't care what the tourism industry told you. We are still moving through this thing. I don't care what the line at the club told you. We're still moving through this thing. I don't care what that packed restaurant told you. We're still moving through this thing. We're not moving in fear. We're moving in intelligence and in wisdom. So we love you. Join us for our closing song for Infinity Fellowship. And we will sing together to go forth from this place. Until next week, which is If Speaks, I can't wait to see you again. Afterwards on Instagram, the Voices of Infinity, they're going to be singing. So at Infinity Fellowship, we'll take a little break and get there. So as all hearts and minds are clear, and we move from this world into a world that accepts and embraces our light, we ask that if you're home with your family, you can join hands and sway and rock with us. I want to make sure I'm right. Okay, rocking the right way with the voices. As we sing this song, we emit into the universe its themes. And that is family, love, God. Join us. It's a simple song. It's on your screen. If
today's a brighter day and we are on our way,
then we can begin.
Then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh,
we remember yesterday.
Remember yesterday.
And yet today's the day.
Yet today's the day.
God's reminding me.
God's reminding me
To look at you and see.
To look at you and see.
Family.
Family. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family.
God's reminding me.
God's reminding me to look at you and see family.
God's reminding me.
God's reminding me to look at you and see family.
We speak that the God of your acceptance and understanding, that powerful energy, the universe, the ancestors, rest, rule, rock, and abide with you henceforth. From this moment forward, we sing together.
Amen. Amen. Hotel.
Until we see you again next week, this has been Rev Jeff and the entire Infinity Family crew. Even on the replay, we love you guys. Just know that when you get this information in, it does become knowledge. But when you take knowledge and put it into action, that's when it becomes wisdom. So do us a favor this week. Do yourself a favor. Be wise. We love you, and there's nothing you can do about it either. Peace and power.
Set me free, why don't you, baby? Get out my life, why don't you, baby? 'Cause you don't really love me.
You just keep me hanging on.
Why do you keep coming around?
Playing with my heart.
Why don't you get out of my life and let me make a new start? Let me get over you the way you've gotten over me.
Set me free, why don't you, baby?